Assalamu alaikum. Today we will talk about complex numbers. We know in complex numbers, I equals square root -1. Okay, then I squared equals -1. Then I power 3 equals I squared dot I equals -1 dot I equals -I. Okay, I power 4 equals I squared dot I squared equals I equals I squared is -1, -1 dot -1 equals 1. Okay, I power 5 equals I power 4 dot I. Okay, equals I power 4 is 1 dot I equals I, and so on. I power 30 I power 35 equals divided by 4 multiple of 4 is I power 32 dot I power 3. I power 32 is 1 dot I power 3. Okay, equals I power 3 is negative I good 1 dot negative I equals negative I. Okay, in this question if I squared equals -1, what is the value of 1 over I power 3? No calculator. I divided I power 3 equals 1 divided I power 3 is I squared dot I equals 1 I squared is -1 dot I equals 1 divided by -I, okay, times I good conjugate times I over I equals I divided -I squared equals I negative I squared is negative times -1, okay, equals I divided 1 equals I. Then the answer is A. Okay, question 2, if I squared equals -1, what is the value of I power 34? Okay, I power 34 equals divided by 4 multiple of 4 I power 32 dot I power 2 equals I power 32 is multiple of 4, then equals 1 dot I squared equals I squared. I squared equals -1. Excellent. Then the answer is D. If I squared equals -1 and 1 minus I equals K divided by 1 plus I, what is the value of K squared? Okay, cross multiplying, good, K then k equals 1 minus I times 1 plus I, then k equals, expand, 1, okay, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times I is I, 1 negative I times 1 is negative I, negative I times I is negative I squared, then k equals plus I minus I, 1, then k equals 1 minus I squared, okay, then k squared, k equals 1 minus I is negative 1, okay, equals 1 plus 1 equals 2, then k squared equals 2 squared equals 4, okay, then the answer is D.